Welcome to Stretch Class with Workout Wagga. For today's session, you're going to need a seat or a bench as Margo takes you through a series of stretches over the next 30 minutes. Enjoy. Starting off in a seated position, we're going to take our feet further than shoulder width apart as we swivel our body from side to side. Coming back to the middle, bring the knees in so they're hip width apart and continue the swiveling from left to right. Coming back to the middle, walk our feet out, turning our toes away from the body. We're now going to bring our right arm up and over our head, resting our left arm on our left leg. Bring it back to a neutral position. We're now going to bring our left arm up and over our head, resting our right arm on our right leg. Moving into a seated lunge on the edge of our bench, left leg out in front, right leg behind. We're going to lift our arms up, extending them overhead 3 times. From here, we're going to extend our right arm off our right shoulder behind us, gazing out towards the right hand. From here, bring our body so it's facing back over our left leg. Take our right arm up and over to the left-hand side. We're now going to move on to the other side, completing the same sequence of stretches, but with our right leg out in front, left leg behind. Coming back to the middle of our bench, sitting right on the edge, we're going to take our feet wide apart, toes turned out to the side. Use our right arm to come across our body, lengthening out through our right leg, stable on our left. We're now going to mirror this motion on the other side, and move through this series multiple times. Coming on to the side of our bench, we're going to lift our right leg up, placing our heel on the bench, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Drop our left knee down, sitting as deep as we can. From here, we're going to step our right leg off the bench, taking it back, moving into a lunge with our hands rested on the bench. Bringing our right leg forward, we are now going to take our left foot, placing it on top of the bench. We're going to move our right leg back, transferring our body weight down towards the ground. Taking our left leg off the bench, we're going to keep our hands on the bench, walking our heels out one at a time, then staying stable and lengthening out through the backs of our legs. We are now going to run through the same series of stretches, but on the other side. Placing our left foot up and onto the bench, we're going to rotate our leg so it drops out to the side. We're going to bring our torso down towards the bench as deep as we can. As this stretch rolls on, continue to try to move deeper into the stretch. We are now going to move on to the other side. So bring our right leg up and onto the bench, letting the knee fall out to the side. Bring our upper body and lowering it down towards the bench as best as we can. We now want to take our right leg off the bench, placing it onto the floor next to our left. We just want to walk our heels out here and then lengthen out the backs of our legs. Coming back into a seated position, we're going to bring our right leg up and over our left leg, resting our right foot on our left leg, pushing our right knee down towards the ground as deep as we can. You want to make sure you're sitting up nice and tall here. We're now going to bring our left leg up and over our right leg, letting our left foot rest on the top of our right leg. Make sure we sit up nice and tall here. Standing up and off the bench, we're going to bring our left foot up, resting the top of our foot on the bench. We're going to slowly lower that left knee down towards the ground, lengthening out through the front of our left leg. You want to make sure you keep your torso up nice and tall here. Coming up, give the legs a little shake out here. We're now going to move on to our right leg. Coming around to the side, we're going to take our feet shoulder width apart, ensuring our toes are facing forwards. We're going to place both hands onto our bench, lengthening them along, dropping our upper body down towards the bench. If you can also make sure that your right hand is underneath your left. Coming up and out, we're just going to give our shoulders a little roll out here, and then we're going to go back down, but with our left hand underneath our right hand this time. Coming down onto the floor, we're going to step our right leg around out in front, keeping our left leg back. We want to transfer the weight through the front of our left leg, taking our arm up and overhead 3 times before then transferring that arm to the side over to our left. Bringing our arm back up and over, we now want to sit back, so we're sitting in line with our left leg. Right leg remains out in front here. We're now going to switch sides, so taking our left leg out in front, keeping our right leg behind, transfer that weight through the front of the right leg. You want to lengthen your left arm up and overhead 3 times before then taking it overhead to the right side. Bringing that left arm back up and over, we now want to sit back. So we're sitting in line with our right leg. Left leg remains out in front here. Coming up into a seated position on our bench, we want to lengthen our legs out in front of us as we slowly lower our upper body, walking our hands down our legs as deep as we can. We're now going to go into single leg, so soften your left leg, keep your right leg lengthened out in front, once again transferring our body weight down towards our toes. We're going to repeat this, but on the other side, so take your left leg out in front, soften your right, transfer your body weight down towards your toes. Coming on to the edge of our bench, we're now going to swivel using our arm to pull us across from side to side. From here, we're going to move onto the floor, placing our legs up and onto the bench, making sure our knees stay above our hips. Here, let your arms fall out to the side, closing your eyes, focusing on your breathing. Keeping your eyes closed, take a few moments here now to recover. Just enjoy the peace and quiet. And that brings us to the end of today's stretch class. We thoroughly hope you enjoyed. See you next time.